Good day, guys. Hope everybody's doing okay on this beautiful Sunday. Um, Hope everybody's doing all right. Um, I'm not gonna make this presentation too much longer. I'm not gonna make it long at all. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. But all I want to talk about real quick is how how difficult life is getting for some people. Um, if you're a person who's considered unattractive, life is definitely going to be difficult for you. We already know this. But I just feel life in general is becoming more and more difficult. Because you got a lot going on in the world. Inflation is on the rise. And I just feel that life is just becoming increasingly more difficult. Um, I don't know if you guys think about going back to being a kid a lot of days, but I reminisce on my childhood a lot of days because when you're a kid, you don't have any real responsibilities like that, and I see why the adults used to say that stay a kid long as you can. But life is definitely becoming increasingly more difficult. I mean, as the years go by, as the time flies, life is just becoming more and more of a challenge. Um, Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys feel that life is becoming increasingly more difficult? Because I most certainly do. And I want to say this. If you're a person who finds life to be increasingly difficult, I want to tell you guys, if you're a person and you find life to be difficult, I want to tell you this. Just focus. This is what gives me motivation. Just focus on getting things that you want. Things that you want for your life. You know, even if you never get a wife, even if you never have children, just focus on things that you want for your life. That's what gives me motivation in life. Just focusing on things that I want for my life. That's enough motivation for me right there within itself. And that's pretty much where my mind is at. Um, I'm just focused on doing things that I want and obtaining some of the things in life that I want. But life is definitely becoming more and more difficult. And I feel as the years go by, the years to come, life is going to become increasingly more difficult because they're making it harder for people to live. And see, as you raise prices and as the wages don't go up, life is going to definitely become increasingly more difficult for people to live. Um, I think when I was a kid, I'm sure you guys can vouch for this. Life wasn't difficult when we were children. Things weren't as expensive as they are now either. That's why life was more easy. Life wasn't as difficult. But as inflation rises and as everything rises in this world, it's going to become unbearable to live. This is why it's very important um, to focus on yourself and focus on things that you want. And and this is why it's very important. And I see why my father always stressed learning a trade and having a skill, because as the time goes by and as it becomes more and more difficult to live, you're going to have some kind of hustle about yourself to make it. Because if you don't have some kind of entrepreneurship, some kind of hustle about yourself, it's going to be very, very hard. This is why, I'm just focusing on things that I want for my life. I'm not focusing on women. I'm not focusing on a family. I'm just focusing on gaining some of the things that I want in life. Because you can't, sitting around focusing on things that are out of your control, it's just not going to do you no justice. Sitting around focusing on wishing I could have a wife, wishing I could have a family, sitting around focusing on that stuff out of your control. So my new mindset is I'd rather focus on things I can control, like my finances. And that's the level that I'm on. And I feel that's the level that a lot of guys should be on. Because as the years go by, life is going to become increasingly difficult. It's going to become harder to live out here. Homelessness is going to be on the rise. People are going to have nervous breakdowns. People are going to lose their minds out here. This is why I tell you, do things that are going to benefit you. Make life decisions that are going to be beneficial to yourself, because it's about to be 2025. Things are not looking too sweet at all. And this is a big reason to why a lot of people are unhappy nowadays, mad, miserable, and pissed off at the world, because life is just becoming so unbearable. This is why I say, try to focus on things that are going to be beneficial to you, like your finances, your overall well-being. Try to focus on those things, because once you are able to take care of you, long as you're able to do the things that you want to do, that'll give you some satisfaction. I'm not saying that'll give you all the satisfaction in the world, but that'll give you some satisfaction. Because when people cannot have the basic necessities that they need to live, that is going to create a lot of problems. And this is why people are so on edge nowadays, because of how difficult it is out here in this world. And it's gonna get ugly. Let me know what you guys think about this, as far as life becoming more difficult. Because sometimes I think that I'm the only one thinking this. Because I truly believe life is becoming more and more difficult. I truly believe so. And we all know the brutal truth about life. We know it. And a lot of people won't admit this. Your appearance also is going to determine the level of difficulty that life is on. You remember Mortal Kombat, when they had easy mode, very easy, hard, and very, very hard? I'm seeing, and a lot of people won't attest to this, that, and I used to love Mortal Kombat growing up. I'm sure we all did. Your looks level can put your life on very, very hard mode. Now, a lot of people would try to deny that, but it's true. And that's something I had to come to terms with myself. The level of difficulty that you face in life, how difficult life is for you, that's based on your appearance as well. But a lot of people won't admit that. But yeah, your face can increase the difficulty that you experience in this thing called life. But I'm not going to take too much of you guys' time. Just wanted to check in, deliver a Sunday sermon. You know, as I deliver these sermons every day. Let me know if there's anything else you would like me to talk about. But yeah, that's just something to think about. Life is definitely becoming more difficult. But you guys have a good day. Talk to you soon.